Hey, I'm Chris and I'm back with another Tentbox review video. So this is the first ever video review anywhere in the world of the brand new Tentbox Lite 2.0. So here it is, the Tentbox Lite 2.0. Designed as a follow-up to the first Lite model, the Lite 2.0 is the latest offering from Tentbox. It comes packed with some great upgrades, including, but not limited to, an additional skylight, a brand new memory foam mattress, a foot-friendly stepladder, and a new rainfly cover with fewer poles. Off the back of my previous videos, Tentbox invited me to take this tent off for a couple of days, to produce an open and honest review about my experience with it. I decided to make two versions of this video, a longer version and this one, the shorter version. If you're seriously considering buying this tent, I would highly recommend watching the longer version of this video, which you'll find on this channel. It goes into much more detail, as well as covering some key takes which I don't mention here. Hopefully my videos will help you decide whether the Tentbox Lite 2.0 is for you, and I'm positive that after watching, you will be even more excited for your upcoming adventures. If you do decide to order yourself a Tentbox tent, you're welcome to use my exclusive code at checkout to grab yourself a discount. This is just a thank you from me for taking the time to watch this video. You can use it when ordering any Tentbox model, so don't miss out on your next adventure. Remember to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy. So the first thing I wanted to show you was how quickly it was to set this tent up. Tentbox officially say 5 minutes, and with this being my first attempt, I wanted to put that to the test. The first step is to remove the two outer straps, and then unzip the cover off the base. The zip is a new addition to this model, where the cover on the Lite 1.0 was only held in place with Velcro straps. The addition of the zip makes the cover much more secure. Once you've lifted the outer cover off the base, there's no need to remove it anymore. With the Lite 1.0, the outer cover came off completely and you had to store it elsewhere, but many owners have ended up losing their covers. Instead, on the Lite 2.0, the cover now fixes into the C-channel of the base. It now means that you can roll the cover up and it stores in place underneath the tent using Velcro straps. This is a well thought out addition and definitely a practical upgrade over the Lite 1.0. Once this is done, you can extend the ladder out towards you, but don't forget that there are two more Velcro straps to undo, which you'll find on the other side of the base. To open the tent, you need to push down on the ladder and in the same movement pull the ladder back to bring the base over into a level position. You may also need to adjust your ladder depending on the height of your vehicle. Once the ladder is in place and the base is level, simply remove the tent poles from the pouch. Insert one end into the base and then connect the other to the rainfly cover. These poles will help keep the rainfly cover in place. The biggest take I had from setting up this tent compared to my old cargo tent is to invest in a step ladder. It will make life far easier for both setting up and packing away, especially if you're shorter or you have a higher vehicle like mine. At just under 6 minutes, this was a good first attempt, but with more practice and my wife to help, we could easily get that down to 3 or 4 minutes. The Lite 2.0 comes in two colour options. The first is a brand new sunset orange colour, which is the one I have for this video. The orange is lovely and I liked it in person much more than I thought I would, but I personally prefer the second colour, which is the new slate grey, and that's what I've ordered for my Lite XL. I felt the grey might be a little more inconspicuous while camping off-grid, but take nothing away from the orange, it's stunning and received a lot of compliments from fellow campers while I was making this video. I wanted to take a moment to mention the new rainfly cover. Tentbox are calling this the hood, so that's what I'll refer to it as. Where the tent comes in two colours, the hood only comes in black, but looks fantastic with both the sunset orange and the slate grey. You don't need to keep the hood on all the time, as it is removable. Tentbox state that removing the hood changes the tent into summer mode, but you could leave the hood attached all the time if you wanted to. It attaches using these buckles at the bottom corners, along with the tent poles, and removes quite easily. The new hood is made from Cordura, meaning it won't fade over time. The tent fabric itself does offer a degree of water repellency, which might be fine for light showers. The hood, however, has a higher water repellency rating than the tent fabric, so if you're expecting some heavy rain, it may be worth attaching the hood for that extra added protection from the elements. Tentbox are classing this tent as a 2-person tent, and it's actually a little smaller than the Lite 1.0. For 2 people, there's more than enough room, and if you're solo camping like I did on this trip, there'll be plenty of extra room in the tent for things like bags. If you have kids or you would like more room, I'd definitely consider looking at the Lite 1.0, which Tentbox plan to keep selling alongside the 2.0. If you want a lot of extra room, or you've got a couple of kids and a dog for example, I'd suggest going for the Lite XL. You can check out my Lite XL review video on this channel. You can see here just how much room there is inside. You've got windows and doors on all 4 sides, providing a panoramic view in every direction from within your tent. Every door and window comes complete with fly netting to keep the insects out. A new upgrade with the Lite 2.0 is the addition of a second skylight, providing an even clearer view of the night sky. Even when you've got the hood attached, you still can see through the skylights, but I must mention your view of the sky won't be as clear, so if you plan on stargazing, I'd suggest removing the hood before you settle in for the long night. You've also got 4 small pockets for storing items like car keys and headphones, which are located at the base of the tent. It's also worth mentioning that the zips are all industrial grade YKK zips, and they feature throughout the tent. If I could find one negative, it would be that I found some of the zips a little fiddly to open and close on the inside of the tent. It wasn't a major issue and I did get the hang of it, but they were a little fiddly to start off with, so just be mindful of that. One small but significant update that Tentbox have made to the new tents is the new tent pole bag. Users of the first Lite model reported losing their poles and/or pole bags on several occasions. So Tentbox decided to make a new pole bag that attaches to the C-channel on the underside of the tent. You still need to be responsible for your poles, but now you can just keep the pole bag attached to the C-channel, and when you pack the tent away, the bag just closes away with everything else. You can also see a closer shot here of the new outer cover, rolled up and strapped in place for convenient storage. Under the base of the tent, you'll also find the addition of some new accessory hooks. Tentbox have indicated that they plan to launch some accessories in the future, but as of yet, haven't indicated to me any products or timescales. One of the big improvements to this tent is actually the ladder, which has been dubbed foot-friendly. This means that when the ladder is extended and in place at an angle, the steps now lay flat, making it much more comfortable to climb in and out of the tent if you're barefoot or wearing socks. Another major improvement for this model and the XL is the new outer cover, also known as the travel cover. It's thicker material, more waterproof, and it zips all the way around the base with additional straps for support, making it much more secure when driving. There is also additional material underneath, making it more weather sealed than the previous cover on the Lite 1.0. The other important change is that the cover isn't as snug and has a little more room to fit over the base. It's not as much of a squeeze anymore, making it much easier to take on and off. There's another huge upgrade which is one of the biggest reasons to buy this tent, and that's the new and improved mattress. A comfortable night's sleep is important for all of us, but as somebody who has had back surgery in the past, it's an absolute must-have for me. The biggest telltale for any mattress, for me, was to see how I felt the next day. There's nothing worse than having backache all day after a bad night's sleep on an uncomfortable mattress. I'm pleased to say that this mattress is very comfortable, and I had no backache at all the next day. I definitely noticed the difference in comfort straight away over my old cargo mattress, which I thought was fine, but this was something else. The new mattress features dual layer foam with the addition of a memory foam topper within the mattress. The other upgrade is that the mattress material is now waterproof, which is perfect if you have any accidental spillages. Finally, I just wanted to mention that the big addition with the Lite 2.0 and the Lite XL will be the new annexes. The main difference with the new annexes is that they will cover the ladder, whereas the Lite 1.0 annex does not cover the ladder. This means you will be able to climb up and down your ladder with added privacy and without getting wet on a rainy day. Both tents will have 2 versions of the Annex, a longer version for higher vehicles like mine, and a shorter version for lower vehicles, so there will be an Annex to fit every vehicle. Be sure to keep an eye on my channel for my Annex review when I receive it. So how do I sum up my experience with this tent? Well, it was easy enough to open up and close by myself, but it will definitely be easier with 2 people. It took me just under 6 minutes on my first attempt, but with more practice and an extra person, I could easily get that down to 3 or 4 minutes. Just remember to buy a step ladder to make your life easier. It's also definitely a 2-person tent, but still with plenty of room inside. If you need to fit more people, check out either the Lite 1.0 or the Lite XL. There have been significant upgrades to the build quality of this tent, both with the tent itself and the outside travel cover. The fabrics, the stitching and the zips, everything has been upgraded and you can really feel the difference. The tent is more waterproof than the Lite 1.0. The fabrics have a higher water repellency and a higher UV protection rating. The outer rainfly cover, aka the hood, provides an additional layer of weather protection. It's also made from Cordura, meaning it won't fade over time. Removing the hood transforms the tent into summer mode, but it's worth mentioning that the tent is still water repellent without the hood inside. The mattress is far comfier, featuring dual layer memory foam, including a memory foam topper within the mattress. It's also waterproof now, which is great if you have any accidental spillages. You've also got that extra skylight for an epic stargazing experience. Extra ventilation now means less condensation, and I can state that in both nights I slept in this tent, I had 0 condensation in the mornings, and that was without leaving any of the windows or doors slightly open. Fewer poles make setting the tent up and breaking it down far quicker. And last but not least, the new ladder is far more comfortable to climb. All in all, I'm very impressed with this tent. It was easy to set up and I had a super comfy night's sleep. All the improvements made have benefited both the tent and my experience with it. If you feel this tent might be the one for you, all I can say is don't hesitate. I can highly recommend it, and when you place your order, remember to enter my unique code at checkout to grab yourself a discount. The link is also in the description of this video. I hope you have as much fun with this tent as I did. Thanks for watching and happy adventuring.